Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dog. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 18-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, tackle, let's go. Have the 60, Turn it up.
Now Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Walk time, walk time. Tight end roll, tight end roll. We got 4. We got 4. Shit. 19, Tiger.
On second down, here's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion. It makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
54
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off around the 41, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 more.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just stuck.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. O'Shane Ziminis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. O'Shane Ziminis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, Got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. This is Barkley, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Giants.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
To Saquon Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'm coming after you. Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 95 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Pride. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Coverage there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Bridgewater going to get it out quickly to Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Panthers 17. Giants 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the run, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. If they can continue this streak.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. O'Shane Ximines has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Complete to number 20.
Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The extra point.
And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Giants 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jones, flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rear.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Panthers' 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. throwing, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative. There of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Touchdown, Carolina. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Barkley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And a Panther first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought
that play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
The ball carrier.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Jones to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Jordan Boyer on the...
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 29-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He was brought down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. Got his target, Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete to Curtis.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
11 on the play.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The tackle.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, pushing through the contact. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, McCoy, and he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 45, Giants 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jones now on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score Panthers.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle by Yetur Gross-Matos. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
3-yard line.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He sets to fire deep. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
By the Panthers.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot and picking off a pass.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Carry for Carolina.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And I think the ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back,
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And it's third down.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Off play action. McCoy. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
3-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Barkley. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Jones.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll